Hello everyone. Are you guys aware of what cyber threat is? I know it's a very alien topic for most of us. Many of us might have heard about this. Many of us have not even heard about the term. Many of us have a deep understanding on the topic, but many of us didn't even know that this word existed till now. But worry not, I'll be telling you of all the terms and equations related to cyber threat in this podcast. So, cyber threats in the financial system are growing like anything, and the global community must cooperate to protect it. In February 2016, hackers targeted the Central Bank of Bangladesh and exploited vulnerabilities in SWIFT, the global financial system's main electronic payment messaging system, trying to steal $1 billion. While most transactions were blocked, $101 million still disappeared. The heist was a wake-up call for the finance world that systematic cyber risks in the financial system had been severely underestimated. Today, the assessment that a major cyber attack poses a threat to financial stability is axiomatic. Not a question of if, but when. Yet, the world's governments and the companies continue to struggle to contain the threat because it remains unclear who is responsible for protecting the system. Increasingly concerned, key voices are sounding the alarm. In February 2020, Christine Lagarde, president of the European Central Bank and former head of the International Monetary Fund, warned that a cyber attack could trigger a serious financial crisis. In April 2020, the Financial Stability Board warned that a major cyber incident, if not properly contained, could seriously disrupt financial systems, including critical financial infrastructure, leading to broader financial stability implications. The potential economic costs of such event can be immense, and the damage to public trust and confidence significant. Two ongoing trends exacerbate this risk. First, the global financial system is going through an unprecedented digital transformation which is being accelerated by the COVID-19 pandemic. Banks compete with technology companies. Technology companies compete with banks. Meanwhile, the pandemic has heightened demand for online financial services and made work from home arrangements the norm. Central banks around the globe are considering throwing their weight behind digital currencies and modernizing payment systems. In this time of transformation, when an accident could easily undermine trust and derail such innovations, cybersecurity is more essential than ever. Second, malicious actors are taking advantage of this digital transformation and pose a growing threat to the global financial system, financial stability, and confidence in the integrity of the system. The pandemic has even supplied fresh targets for hackers. The financial sector is experiencing the second largest share of COVID-19 related cyber attacks, behind only the health sector, according to the Bank for International Settlements. So, who is behind the threat? More dangerous attacks and ensuing shocks should be expected in the future. Most worrisome are incidents that corrupt the integrity of financial data, such as records, algorithms, and transactions. Few technical solutions are currently available for such attacks, which have the potential to undermine trust and confidence more broadly. The malicious actors behind these attacks include not only increasingly daring criminals, such as the Karbanak group, which targeted financial institutions to steal more than $1 billion during 2013 to 2018, but also states and state-sponsored attackers. North Korea, for example, has stolen some $2 billion from at least 38 countries in the past 5 years. This is a global problem. While cyber attacks in high-income countries tend to make headlines, less attention is paid to the growing number of attacks on softer targets in low and lower middle-income countries. Yet it is in those countries where the push toward financial inclusion has been most pronounced, leading many to leapfrog to digital financial services such as mobile payment systems. Although they do advance financial inclusion, digital financial services also offer a target-rich environment for hackers. The October 2020 hack of Uganda's largest mobile money networks, MTN and Airtel, for example, resulted in a major 4-day disruption of service transactions. Now, what is the responsibility gap? So, despite the global financial system's increasing reliance on digital infrastructure, it is unclear who is responsible for protecting the system against cyber attacks. In part, this is because the environment is changing so quickly. Without dedicated action, the global financial system will only become more vulnerable as innovation, competition, and the pandemic further fuels the digital revolution. Although many threat actors are focused on making money, the number of purely disruptive and destructive attacks has been increasing. Furthermore, those who learn how to steal also learn about the financial system's networks and operations, which allows them to launch more disruptive or destructive attacks in the future, or sell such knowledge and capabilities to others. This rapid evolution of the risk landscape is taxing the responsiveness of an otherwise mature and well-regulated system. Better protecting the global financial system is primarily an organizational challenge. Efforts to harden defenses and toughen regulation are important, but are not enough to outpace the growing risks. Unlike many sectors, most of the financial services community does not lack resources or the ability to implement technical solutions. The main issue is a collective action problem. How best to organize the system's protection against governments, financial authorities, and industry, and how to leverage these resources effectively and efficiently. The current fragmentation among stakeholders and initiatives partly stems from the unique aspects and evolving nature of cyber risk. Different communities operate in silos and tackle the issue through their respective mandates. The financial supervisory community focuses on resilience, diplomats on norms of state behavior, national security agencies on trying to deter malicious activity, and industry executives on firm-specific rather than sector-specific risks. As lines between financial services, firms, and tech companies become ever more fuzzy, the lines of responsibility for security are likewise increasingly blurred. The disconnect between the finance, the national security, and the diplomatic communities is particularly pronounced. Financial authorities face unique risks from cyber threats, yet their relationships with national security agencies, whose involvement is necessary to effectively tackle those threats, remain tenuous. This responsibility gap and continued uncertainty about roles and mandates to protect the global financial system fuel risks. Part of this uncertainty is due to the current geopolitical climate and high levels of mistrust, which hinder collaboration among the international community. Cooperation on cybersecurity has been hampered, fragmented, and often limited to the smallest circles of trust because it touches on sensitive national security equities. International and multi-stakeholder cooperation is not a nice to have, but a need to have. Building capacity. The comprehensive strategy outlined in the Carney's report depends in turn on building the cybersecurity workforce, expanding the financial sector's cybersecurity capacity, and safeguarding gains in financial inclusion that have resulted from the digital transformation. Elevated unemployment due to the pandemic provides an important opportunity for training and hiring talented people to strengthen the cybersecurity workforce. Building cybersecurity capacity means focusing on providing assistance where it is needed. The IMF and other international organizations receive many requests for cybersecurity assistance from member states, particularly following the 2016 Bangladesh incident. Finally, maintaining progress in financial inclusion requires strengthening connections between financial inclusion and cybersecurity. This is particularly urgent in Africa. A network of experts should be created to focus specially on cybersecurity. The time has come for the international community, including governments, central banks, supervisors, industry, and other relevant stakeholders, to come together to address this urgent and important challenge. A well thought out strategy such as the one above provides a blueprint for turning words into action. And with that, I would like to thank everyone who listened to my podcast today. Hope you gained insights on the topic of cybersecurity and cyber threat, and hope that you'll research on the topic more and try to be safe and secure. Till then, bye-bye. Take care.